Hi, Leo. All right, welcome to your reading. Let's see what's going on with you, what you need to know at this time. So let's speak about my Leos and Leo placements. What can you tell me about my Leos? What do they have coming up? Let's see, what is Leo's story right now? What's their storyline? Give me some messages about my Leos. I hope you guys have had great birthdays, by the way. All right, let's see what comes out for you, Leo. Give me some messages for Leo. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, what else? Six of Swords. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So someone has definitely left a really bad impression on you. All right. I feel like you're in the Six of Swords energy. You are just trying to have a more peaceful life. You're trying to move to calmer waters. You're trying to maybe get your life in order, get back to your happy place. Unfortunately, it feels like you're having to leave someone out in the cold, all right? Or someone left you in the cold, but I feel like this is more so you. With that Queen of Swords, this is kind of where you're standing with this person. You're not wanting anything to do with them. You have closed yourself off emotionally to this person. They have burdened you in some way or hurt you in some way. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. So some type of situation is putting you in a place where you have to almost like prove yourself. Um, I don't know what this is. Maybe you were warned about this person. Maybe you gave someone too many chances, but it feels like now you have to prove that you're really done with this situation. This could also be you proving to yourself that you're bigger than this. You can move on from this. You don't need this unfavorable energy around you. So you could be trying to prove something to yourself, but also there could be people looking in at your life and they could have had preconceived like notions towards this person or the situation that you were in, just feeling like this didn't vibe, this didn't match your vibe. So you could be also trying to prove to others like, I'm really done with this situation. I'm not going back. I'm not tempted to go back. My emotions are not going to cloud my judgment. Okay, so you could be trying to prove a point here. Prove it to this person that you're letting go, prove it to yourself, most importantly, and then also anyone else who may be just watching you, watching what you do in the situation. Okay, could be people who support you, could also be people who, you know, are doubting you. So let's see what's going on with that. All right, let's start off with the Five of Pentacles because this does feel like a love situation. Based off of the imagery of this card, it does give Cupid's arrow for 100%. I feel like you had a lot of love towards a situation or a connection. More so a person. You gave a lot of love to this person. You had open arms, open heart, space for them. You nurtured this thing. You had an emotional bond somewhere. And for some reason, now you're having to let go. Okay, let go or leave this situation out in the cold. With the Five of Pentacles, this does talk about someone who's in need. So you could be having to dismiss someone at their lowest times, okay? Not because you are just mean like that or you want to see someone suffer, but it's more so about you. You feel like you can no longer carry this situation. It's no longer your burden to hold. So even if someone is down and out right now, it doesn't excuse the patterns that have pushed you to distance yourself. Tell me more about the situation with the Five of Pentacles. I do feel like maybe this is a situation that you stayed way too long and you know that. Like you were too good for this. But let's see what this is about. Five of Pentacles for Leo. All right, we have the death card. So again, this could be a breakup. This is some type of significant ending for you. This ending is also transforming you. Could be transforming the way that you think, the way that you move in new situations. Also like you having a transformation of a glow up. So you could be, not right now, you may not feel like it, but as time passes on, you'll see that your skin is getting clearer. You're seeing that you are happier. Maybe you're more interested in your hobbies and doing things for yourself. You're more sociable. You're just happier and more abundant. So, this is transforming you. This decision to let something go or leave it out in the cold or alienate this situation, it's doing very positive things for you, but this is really the end with the death card, okay? You are really done here. You're stamping it in the ground that you're moving forward, you're moving on. You want better for yourself. We have the lovers here as well. So something definitely, you dealt with a friend or a family member or a lover who did not think about you when they were out doing things. So if this is romance, like maybe someone was making actions that could fall back on you, like if they were flirting in public and people are coming back and telling you, hey, your man, your woman is flirting, that's kind of like embarrassing and puts a bad light on you. Or if someone is doing things in that Five of Pentacles of feeling like the victim, doing deceptive things or bad things, morally unjust things, these things are a reflection on you. Okay, so I feel like you're quitting some type of association with a situation that has a pattern of things going bad. You don't see a positive outlook here. You also don't want to stay to see that through. You're done. All right. You are following your intuition with the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. Let's see what really stamped it in the ground with the Death card. Tell me why Leo's choosing to end things or move on. So you could be leaving a job. You could be leaving a community. Maybe you're closing a connection or a relationship with family. You're doing what's best for you here. You feel like there's no saving this situation with the Five of Pentacles. All right, what's the Death card? Why did things have to end, or why is Leo choosing to end things here? All right, Six of Cups. So Six of Cups gives memories, and I always feel like Six of Cups can be positive memories, but when it comes to you wanting to end something, you may feel like you have way like bad memories versus good. When you look back at the time spent in a certain situation or a connection, you only have more bad things that come up in your mindset versus good things. Six of Cups also gives comfort in your safety net and what you feel comfortable with. You no longer feel comfortable in the situation. Something does jeopardize you in a way, okay? Page of Swords, you may have felt like as most recently you had to watch your back. So if this is a job situation, you could be on edge and not feeling peace when you're going into that workplace that your job is secure. Or if this is a relationship, you're always having to look behind your back and see what this person is doing in the dark. Or even friendships or family, you just don't really feel safe. You feel like you always have to look behind your back, and that's not a good feeling. Tell me about the lovers. I feel like you prioritize this connection or the situation where you would always do things to make sure that whoever's involved in this was not jeopardized by your actions. You were always thinking 10 steps ahead for not only yourself, but also this person or the situation. You weren't getting that same respect in return. What's the lovers? Nine of Pentacles. So you're making a decision that will just fulfill you and make you happy and more abundant in a peaceful place. You're putting yourself first. And this involves you growing and transforming your life with the Death card. But also the Nine of Pentacles is doing something independently. So now you could be recognizing that there's going to be an ending of a partnership or some type of system that was working for you for some time, but it started not working. So I do see you doing things more independently, and I see a lot of abundance coming from that. You could be very stable right now, but I feel like you'll have more security and stability leaving the situation, being independent. Your life could be changing into a more elevated space without this baggage, which says a lot, okay? So I feel like you're making the right decision. You've been anticipating this for a while. So I felt like you've always come to this point where you felt like, I want to be done with this, but you never really called it quits. I feel like you're definitely calling it quits now, okay? All right, let's move on to the Six of Swords. Good for you, Leo, because I feel like there's a lot of stress. Like, this was very stressful to come by, and there's a lot of emotion that was there, a lot of love or a lot of passion. So it's kind of hard for you to kind of like quit that. And maybe even the investment that you gave, because the Nine of Pentacles does talk about someone who has a lot to invest. They definitely, people being associated with you, they get a lot of benefits. So being that you invested so much, you may just feel like, damn, I missed out on my investment. Everything that I gave to this, it turned out to be nothing. All right. So that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. You are moving into much more calmer times. If you were dealing with a toxic energy, toxic environment, I just see you being at more peace, more serenity. You will have to do a great deal of not being tempted to go back or distracted. Okay. You definitely want to concentrate on self and focus on what's going to make you the most prosperous or healthy and happy. Tell me about this Six of Swords energy. How will Leo deal with this? Are they going to be just fine? Will there be any challenges? Oh my God, you're going to be just fine. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? You have that independence, you're self secure, you're stable, you're going to be just fine, and you're going to be very happy. I don't think you are anticipating how much happiness comes from this decision that you are choosing to walk away or leave something behind. You're going to be extremely fulfilled. Nine of Cups is like when life is just going your way. You couldn't ask for a better day or better days ahead. This is when you're getting everything that you want just as you want it. You don't, also, I feel like that nine, that independence factor, not having to worry about what someone else wants, how that's going to work for them, how they're going to be able to adapt, only focusing on yourself and just being very happy with your decisions, your choices, and just feeling very fulfilled, deeply fulfilled, feeling spoiled by the universe. Okay, so I feel like the universe has been wanting you to make this step for a while, and there's a lot of blessings that come with that. Oh my goodness, judgment. So you're being called into your purpose as well, not having to worry about the burdens of the situation any longer. You can really step into your purpose, your calling with the judgment. Maybe there was something, a missed opportunity that happened because you were associated with a certain energy. Now those opportunities are coming back around to you. You're having second chances to seize the moment, seize the opportunity. So again, lots of like wish fulfillment, things that you may have felt like passed you by, you weren't able to take part, they're coming right back towards you. So you're very blessed in this period. All right. So part of the reason why this couldn't transpire earlier for you or while you were still in that situation, the 10 of Wands, you had too much responsibility that was not yours to carry. You were holding on to a very deep burden that was holding you back. So with that light being, that load and being lifted off of you, you just feel lighter and just more positive, more happier. With that judgment energy, we have the Five of Swords. I do feel like at times that there was an opportunity for you. Say you wanted to buy a house, you know, or you were about to get a new car, or you wanted to take a trip with your friends. Something didn't happen for you because during that period, there could have been a lot of chaos. There could have been a lot of fighting, arguments, maybe hitting below the belt. Maybe you were in a protection mode, or you had to like fight to the death of something. You really had to, like, you know, get someone where it hurts. It feels like there was some combat happening during certain opportunities for you. So if you wanted to travel, if you wanted to buy a home, if you wanted to go for that new job, it felt like you were getting, someone was competing against you, or hitting you below the belt, where you also had to fend for yourself and fight back. And it kind of clouded this special moment that happened for you in the past. So now you're getting a do-over, okay? And this time there's no enemies lurking. There's no one just trying to, take action towards your downfall. There's no one overshadowing your moment. This is your moment. So I just see a lot of positive things happening for you. I feel like the rest of the year is going to get so good for you. All right. So again, there's some naysayers around you. Maybe people don't really think that you're really done with this job, with this relationship, with this person, this friend, this scenario, the situation. Maybe they feel like your emotions could make you weak and go back, but you are standing within the Queen of Swords. Yes, you are receptive to this situation, and you know, you're receptive to it. Like, you're probably not being petty about it. You're probably not being as mean as you could be, as cold as you could be, but you are seriously done. I see you just being more logical about things and taking your emotions cast to the side so that you can make clear decisions moving forward. So I don't know if people want to see a knockout drag out. Like, I don't know if your supporters, like your friends, your family, maybe your new lover, wants to see a knockout drag out. Like, they want you to drag this situation and this person through the mud. With that Queen of Swords, you're not there yet. You're not at that point. You don't feel like it needs to be all that. You also are prioritizing peace. So I see you just moving with a lot of grace. Clarify the Queen of Swords. All right, we have the Devil. So again, I don't know if people just feel like this is not a good situation for you, but you're done. So it's like, you guys can stop bringing that up. Stop saying that to me. I understand it's not healthy. I understand it's toxic. I understand that this energy may be very possessive over me, or too deep. I understand those things. I understand that I've been tempted by the situation, but I'm just not going to go there. Okay. So the Devil is here. People just see this as a very unhealthy energy for you, or they don't like to, they don't really associate you with that devil energy. So they just didn't understand the correlation in the past. Let's see what else is here. Maybe they feel like something or someone is not going to let you go as easily as you are taking things. Maybe people want you to take a stronger stance against it. But I feel like you are thinking very clearly. Like, you know how to slide out when you need to slide out. Let's see what else is here. All right, Five of Pentacles. You are saying, and you are, everything in your actions is showing that you have left something out in the cold. You are no, you're not open to this anymore. You have moved on from it and just kind of casted it out. All right. I also feel like whoever you are casting out, or the situation that you're done with, they feel very like, how could Leo leave me in this place? But they're not really like talking about what they did for that to happen. So I don't know. Someone's health is not the best. Okay. So maybe they feel like, while I'm not really healthy, or I don't have a lot of vitality, that's when Leo decides to leave. I don't know. They should have thought about that. All right. So what's the Devil? What's the Devil here? We have the Three of Wands. Oh my God. You don't know how many people have been anticipating you being free from this contract, this situation, this bad romance, whatever it is. People have been anticipating your freedom, okay? Three of Wands. I don't know. Maybe it took you a while with that Seven of Pentacles to really take action and move on. One thing that people don't understand is like, Leo, you're a fixed sign and your loyalty is something that needs to be studied. Like, you have great loyalty to the things that you invest in, and you're not just quick to pivot or move or change on other people's terms. You'll do it when you're good and ready, and once you're really done, you're done. Once you have pivoted, you're out of there. So I don't know, I feel like people need to give you a little grace here. Five of Pentacles, for this person who thinks you're so cold. I feel like this person hasn't seen cold yet. I feel like you could be a little bit meaner, but this person's feeling like, oh my God, you're so cold. Judgment. They're wanting a second chance. They're wanting to do this again, try again. They're asking you for the second chance. So someone wants you to come back or try again, or forgive them. They feel like you're being a big meanie. Okay. All right. Is there anything out of the ordinary that Leo should expect from this situation? Is there anything out of the ordinary that Leo should expect from this situation? All right, we have the Page of Pentacles. All right, Page of Pentacles is like someone, first and foremost, this is like someone who doesn't have a ton to give or to invest, but they're going to try to make do with what they have. So you could be deserving of, you are deserving of a great deal of investment or collateral due to the situation. But whatever this person or this situation that's you're leaving behind, they're going to come towards you giving you the bare minimum, not because they believe that you deserve that, but that's because that's all they have to offer. And I know that was shady, but I mean, it's the truth. Okay, so they are going to try, they are going to come towards you and try to offer you something. The way that you're going to see it is, this is the bare minimum, this is all you could cough up. But with that Page of Pentacles, this is really all they could cough up. That's all they got. All right, what else? Five of Swords. This could incite some argument or competition or hitting below the belt again. Maybe if this person feels, what's the word? If this person feels offended by you not accepting this offer, they could result to hitting below the belt, which could really bring about another argument or some tough competition coming your way. And you know what I'm getting about that? You know how I said the Five of Swords was like, the universe is bringing towards you second chances of things that you feel like you missed out on because you were dealing with conflict with this individual or with this situation. It almost feels self-sabotagey that this person does to you. Every time you're about to be on the brink of something great, they sabotage it. And it kind of feels the same way. Like, as you're trying to move on in that Six of Swords, cut them out as a distraction. If they're offended by you just not taking part or not wanting to be a part, they try to sabotage your growth and your movement, or you just moving away. They try to get those emotions to come back out of you. They try to get you to be really nasty. So, you know, this is like a pattern for this person, or in this situation, this is their go-to when they feel like they're not getting what they want from you. So just keep that in mind and don't take the bait, okay? All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. Of course, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I think I'm going to leave the comments open for this one, so leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Check out my website if you would like a personal reading. The link is in the description box down below.